In a Facebook address to her supporters this week, Marjorie Taylor Greene lashed out at not just the United States government, but also the people of Ukraine and their government by saying that we just shouldn't send them any more money for a fight that they can't possibly win. Let me read this clip here, or quote here, excuse me. If we truly care about suffering and death and on our television screens, we cannot fund more of it by sending money and weaponry to fight a war they cannot possibly win. The only effect of more arms and more money from America will be to prolong the war. Now, you didn't come right out and say it, but in my reading of this, it is heavily implied that you think Ukraine should lay down their arms and let Russia just take over. Because you say there's no way they're going to win. All we're going to do is prolong the inevitable, basically, by sending them money and weapons. So they shouldn't have the right to defend themselves. You know, the very thing that Republicans fight tooth and nail for here in the United States, saying, hey, if anybody even looks at you sideways, you should be able to shoot them right between the eyes and end their life here in the United States. And then when people in Ukraine are literally faced with, the same situation, a foreign invader coming in to just claim parts of their country, like, nope, sorry, you got to lay down your arms. You don't have stand your ground over there in Ukraine, so you don't get to fight back. I don't know, maybe that's why Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't want to send weapons over there. She wants all those guns to be on our streets here in America. We got killing to do here. I don't know. But I do know that what we have seen from the Ukrainian government and from the Ukrainian people has been nothing short of amazing, being able to hold off a global superpower, which is what Russia is. That fact alone is truly phenomenal. Now, that's not to say that I agree with the stance that, President Zelensky is taking in Ukraine, pushing the United States and NATO allies to create that no-fly zone. Absolutely not. That would be a declaration of war. We do not want Ukraine to fall. We want them to be able to fight back. But we want them to be able to fight back on their own. We've got your back. We're going to help you. We're going to get you what you need. But we're not getting involved in this fight. In fact, even sending weapons, I guess you could argue, obviously, that, that's kind of saying we're involved. We have to draw the line somewhere, though. And as long as we keep American troops out of Ukraine, that's a good thing. As long as Vladimir Putin does not, annex parts of Ukraine, that's a good thing. As long as Ukraine can hold them off, that's a great thing. Beyond that, nobody really knows. Let's hope the United States does not get involved. Let's hope we do not have that no-fly zone. Let's hope the violence stops and that Vladimir Putin realizes he can't win this one. And why isn't Marjorie Taylor Greene criticizing Russia at all? You do this little diatribe, you're like, these losers over here, they can't win. They're taking our money, taking our guns. Why not go after the other guy, the aggressor in this situation? Republicans still far too reluctant to do that because that's what they want to see here over in the United States. They want a Putin-like figure to lead their party, which of course is why they latch on to Donald Trump. But the entire situation is a little beyond the comprehension of somebody like Marjorie Taylor Greene. To be honest, the next steps in this are beyond the comprehension of myself and honestly probably everybody else that does this, okay? None of us have all of the answers about what we should or should not do. But one thing I think we can all agree on is that nobody should be listening to Marjorie Taylor Greene's advice on what to do in Ukraine or even here at home. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.